Back in 6 months into President Trump's second term, and we are seeing strong and consistent approval numbers.
If we look at some of the latest polls, we can see Morning Consult has the president at a 47% approval, Rasmussen at 48%, and RMG Research clocks it at 50%.
Okay, for a closer look, let's bring in the founder of Zoose Political Index, a human-to-human connection platform, Patrick Allocco. Patrick, good to see you. Thanks for coming on today. So what do we think is driving the strong approval numbers for President Trump?
Well, President Trump's numbers are rock solid, between 45% and 47%. That's where he lives all the time, whether he has a good week, whether he has a bad week. That's where he is. He has unwavering support. And we live in a highly polarized environment right now. As we all know, the media is polarized, the electorate is polarized. And that contributes to the voters being dug in. And what we've seen now is that in recent polling from Emerson, from Fairleigh Dickinson University here in New Jersey, is that the electorate has found a lane at around 85 to 87%, know where they're going to vote. That leaves a very small, undecided and independent, persuadable voter out there. That's why I think right now you're seeing really high approval ratings.
Patrick, just last Thursday, Gallup came out with a poll showing Trump at 37% approval, very different from the numbers we just shared, 47, 48, and 50. It's a very, very low number. How is this one so different from the others?
Well, it certainly stuck out to us. And I think the real narrative here is their look into independent voters. And they categorize them in a negative, a net approval of -29, which would put Trump at his very lowest approval ever, and a -11, which puts him at his second lowest overall net approval since 2017. And I think what you need to look at is that Gallup polls all adults. They don't implement any voter screens about registered voters, likely voters. They simply take all the voters that are out there and they put them into one bucket. The likely voter polls that are out there, Rasmussen, Ipsos, Trafalgar, other polls, they're not showing this disastrous effect. And I think news organizations have been using this -29 as a way to frame Trump as being underwater, taking on water in his presidency, almost catastrophic and unrecoverable. And that's just not what we're finding in our data.
Patrick, let's switch to the other side, Democrats. There was a Wall Street Journal poll that came out that had Democrats having their lowest approval rating in the history of the poll that they take over 35 years. Can you talk to that at all?
Sure. I mean, I think you really need to look at the trending of polls that are out there right now. You've got polls like the Cook Political Report that are showing going into 26. They're measuring more momentum right now. And I think the outliers are just very obviously, like the Gallup poll, are really are simply that. They're outliers. If you look at the Cook Political Report, they're showing the GOP right now with +12, looking forward to the 26 midterms. And I think a lot of the polls that are coming out now are reflective of what's going to happen next year.
Very interesting. All right. Something tells me we will be checking back in with you, Patrick Allocco. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right. After the break, we take a look at what's trending.